Oh, yeah.
Free agency has arrived in full effing force, baby. Let's go.
We got new Minnesota Vikings. We got old Vikings in new places. What a day this has been, and I have a feeling we're not done yet.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to have a beer today, but yeah, I think I just have to. I feel that, some celebration beers, some cheers beers to Vikings that are leaving us. So plenty to talk about. We'll give it a minute. Everybody trickle in, but it's been a beautiful day. Brian Flores must be the happiest man in the world.
Oh, absolutely. He's probably running around naked, doing naked somersaults at
I think he does that anyway.
Center.
We got Bobby G, Nitzberg, Steve Warren. Just quick Harmsy, Gansta's back. Girthy.
Gansta.
Dane. Ashley is in the house. LS, Gregor, Bob Sweet, Brett Anderson, Viking Funeral, Balster, the birthday boy yesterday. We got Jerry, Lord Duncan. All right. I'll shut up.
We got a lot of people, is what you're saying.
A lot of people. A lot to talk about.
Yeah, and I guess the question is just where do we start? I mean, first signing, Cousins going bye-bye. Where do you want to start?
I think I don't want to sit and turn this into a Kirk Cousins show because we've talked about him. Everybody's probably sick of just hearing about Kirk Cousins. But you're damn right we got to talk. We got to lead off with Kirk Cousins, our quarterback, who is now a Falcon, making shit tons of money.
4-year deal. He'll be in Atlanta until he's into his 40s. Kirk Cousins, a very divisive player. And I actually saw this. I want to start here because I've seen some tweets going out there like, oh, now the Viking fan base can come back together. We got our team back. You know what? No, because we're going to get the next guy. And it's been the same damn thing all over again with this JJ McCarthy, some other rookie. I mean, it's just going to be, there's always going to be two sides when it comes to the quarterback. It
will be. And you know what? Next year, everybody will be mad that our rookie quarterback isn't performing at the level of Patrick Mahomes. Whatever. It's a full circle. It will continue. We know this is Vikings fans. We embrace it. Bring it on. I'm excited for the change, Kirk. Like you and I said in the video earlier, we're not Kirk haters. We're not Kirk lovers. We were just kind of in the middle. We realized we had a decent quarterback. That's about it. And that's it. Like, goodbye, Kirk. Good luck. I look forward to the future of the unknown.
Well, and the other thing, too, like, everybody's like, Kwesi really screwed this up. I don't think Kwesi wanted him back one bit. Like, this was his plan, I think, from day one when he got here. Yeah, give 1 year with Kirk Cousins, see if we can make a push right off the bat. And then, I think this is what he wanted. So, Kwesi, no, this was his plan. I have no doubt this is his plan.
Yeah, you're right. I did see his last snap in person with Julian. Here, the last thing on Kirk, and it's more on Kwesi, is job well done to the Vikings front office. They didn't go crazy. They had a number. I bet it wasn't even close to what Atlanta was doing, especially the 4 years, the $100 million guaranteed. And hats off for them guys for being able to cut the cord and now make it their team, go get their quarterback, and let's see what they can do. Because so far with Kwesi, it's easy to get on these guys and bash them, but this is finally going to be their roster. Let's see what they can do. Mm-hmm. And they're building a beautiful one on defense.
They absolutely are. And again, before we get there, let's talk a little bit more about quarterbacks. What's next for the Vikings at the quarterback position? Obviously, the draft is the big guess. We're going to trade up whatever we can do. But in the meantime, will we get a bridge quarterback? Will someone come in? Sam Darnold's name is still being floated over there. I've seen 2 fake reports on Twitter that we signed Drew Lock. And
so did I.
Also, Justin Fields is out there. Apparently, nobody wants him. So maybe you get really low compensation. Maybe the Bears are just going to cut ties with them. Who knows? But Minshew
so it's going to be funny because we are going to. I mean, I shouldn't say we are. I would say it's like 75% chance the Vikings sign some disgusting quarterback in the next couple of days. Whether that's Darnold, who I think is less disgusting. Like, he's just fun to me. I've said it multiple times. Or they trade for like a Zach Wilson. It's going to be something nasty. And, of course, everyone's going to lose their crap because we didn't go get Gardner Minshew or whatever, who is a Raider, by the way. Wah, wah. And it's going to be entertaining to see where bridge quarterback is, but it doesn't matter. All that matters is who we end up with in April.
Yeah, because I honestly think that player will start no matter how young they are. They're going to beat out this crusty veteran if you do bring in a bridge. You're going to beat out Nick Mullins. The rookie will probably start, so that's what I expect to happen. So I don't think it really matters. You'll see Sam Darnold in preseason if we do sign him. You'll see him if the rookie gets hurt. But other than that, I don't think it matters.
It's always like and I think you're on the other side of this. I would rather we bring in some bust first round, some former bust than roll with Nick Mullins. Like, I just want the whole quarterback room different. Aside from Hall, fine, whatever. See if he makes a team. But Nick Mullins, let's just have a new little tag team partner at quarterback.
My take on Mullins is this: like, I know he can throw for yards. I know he's not going to win you games because he turns the ball over too much. But he knows the system. Like, if you're looking for a guy to teach the young quarterback the system, Mullins has been in it for 2 years. He's been in it for 2 years, so he knows it, and he's not any better.
He doesn't know it very well. He throws a lot of interceptions.
Because he's a little bit ballsy. Big Dick Nick will throw where he does. He doesn't give a shit. He'll chuck that thing up in the air.
Hey, it's Kevin O'Connell's job, and now the new quarterback coach job. I can't even. What the hell is it? McCown's job to teach them the offense. So Nick Mullins, go away. I love you, man. I love you. Cried. You love the Vikings, but like, I'm done. I just want all new. I just want a whole new quarterback room. This is the time. Take out the. I don't want to call him trash. Just move on.
I mean, I honestly don't care. Like, keep Nick Mullins, whatever. I don't think it's a difference. I don't think either one's going to play. It's going to be the new guy. So, yeah. So we'll see what happens.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying we'll see. I mean, Minshew is the only other one to come out the market, right? I mean, has anybody else?
I honestly haven't been paying a ton of attention to backup quarterbacks. When Minshew left, my heart broke again. Yeah. The chances, I don't know how long Minshew's contract was. I hope it was only 1 year. That will continue to give us a chance of someday signing Gardner Minshew.
I think it was just a 2-year deal.
Damn it. Well, he's getting crusty and old, man. All
right, enough about quarterbacks. Let's talk about the guys we brought in, the brand new faces. And let's start with Jonathan Greenard, the edge rushing. I think we can call him a phenom at this point. Newest
freaking phenom.
First
Let's go.
Minnesota Vikings signing of the year. And I love it. What a signing this was.
Yeah, Ashley, appreciate that. Everybody hit that like button if you could. Hit that sub button, trying to get 12,000 subs. But yeah, Jonathan Greenard, right out of the gates. I want to say it was like a half an hour in.
Yep.
So Greenard, the only edge rusher that we pretty much didn't talk about, where he should have been talked about. Like when it comes to Greenard or Bryce Huff, I'm glad they went with Greenard. Greenard, I mean, he had his coming out party last year under D'Amico Ryan. Same thing, and we're going to talk about Cashman as well. But this D'Amico Ryan's elevated these two linebackers big time, and Greenard probably owes D'Amico Ryan's half of his paycheck.
Yeah, absolutely, because he busted out with 12.5 sacks last year.
He's good against the run. He like does it all.
Very highly graded, PFF scores, whether you like that or not. But I like to use it when it proves my point one way or the other. It's a good signing, and again, young, 3 years younger than Neil Hunter. I don't think. I mean, it costs a lot, but they're always going to cost a lot. And I think you got a young guy who I really think is really starting to hit his potential, hit his ceiling here. So Vikings are going to have some 2-3 really good years from Greenard, and I'm very excited about it.
I mean, he roasted us for the trade. What the hell? Yeah, Greenard, I mean, he's going to be our number one edge rusher. He's going to be the face of this defense moving forward when it comes to getting after the quarterback. And we can never compare him to Danielle Hunter. We can't say, like, if Greenard goes out there and has 10 sacks next year or 9 sacks, and Hunter's out there getting his 15, 6, like, it's apples to Peters. You can't do it. He's not Danielle Hunter, but he's still a very, very good signing, especially when you let's talk about the other one. So Greenard, I mean, I give that signing, I mean, even the price, it was less than $20 million a year. I think it comes out to what, like 18 or something.
Yeah, it was close to what he was projected, wasn't it?
Yeah, the price was good. We didn't overpay for him. So I love it. Let's go to the Ginkski.
The Ginker.
The Ginker. I change it up on you.
I think he looks like a lass I once took home from the landing. But yeah, Andrew Van Ginkel. We talked about him as a guy the Vikings could target. Brian Flores knows this guy from his days back in Miami. And another player who I think is really starting to catch on. Last year he had 6 sacks, 69 tackles. So another two-way defender, good against the run, and can also provide some edge rush ability.
Yes, loved this signing. I was surprised it was 2 years, $20 million. I'm not upset. It's just a little bit more than I thought the old Ginker was going to get, but you know what? He's going to earn it. He's going to make those guys. He's going to want a pay raise. He's going to play so good this year.
And the other thing, we don't know about these contracts. There's always outs for the Vikings. We didn't know about that Alexander Madison's contract. So I'm sure there's some hidden language in these things that can save the Vikings some money. So up front, when these initial numbers reported, it's never as bad as it looks.
Ginkel's played all over the place. Mm-hmm. He's pretty much played every linebacker position, which gives us a little versatility there. Patrick Harms is not a fan of Van Ginkel. Wow. I don't know. It's like,
wait, we got breaking news by FW Ender. He says,
not so fast. Yes, you are.
Ian Rappaport's reporting that he is actually a fan of him.
I mean, this isn't like a Nick Vigil signing. Van Ginkel is good. He's never had the Van Ginkel has been behind. I mean, this year is behind Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips, and they got hurt. He goes out there and what's he do? He plays damn good. And Brian Flores loves him. I'm very curious to see if this is the only Miami Dolphin weekend. I was actually starting to think, like, you know what? I think we're going to sign Xavier Howard today.
I'm surprised. Yeah. No, he hasn't been signed yet. Reisner's still out there. Yeah, and I know there'll be some. I think the Vikings, they're going to do. Kwesi will do like his 10 o'clock signing tonight.
He will. I will be sound asleep, so Lupicus will do that video. But the two edge rushers, done deal. So what's this mean moving forward? I mean, if your mock drafts consist of Jared Verse in round 1 or Dallas Turner, I don't think that's going to happen anymore.
I love the fact the Vikings identified a need. You knock it out day 1 in free agency, get that need off the board. Now you can start building other places, putting money in other places, using draft capital in other places. They're still going to probably add either a low-level free agent or another guy through the draft, which is great. But yeah, right now the main need is taken care of when it comes to edge.
Yeah, that's huge. It does make me a little sad. I mean, I was really, really starting to love me some Jared Verse and those edge rushers, but I'm glad we squashed it because you know what? We're trading up for a quarterback, baby.
It sure does feel that way. But before we talk about the quarterback, we were talking about quarterback. Let's talk about the Cash Man. He's finally home. We should have drafted him so many years ago. It took a while, but Blake Cashman has returned.
Blake Cashman, again, a guy who had his best season as a pro in Houston. I think he started like 14 games. I mean, Cashman's always been a guy who can get after the quarterback, but Houston all of a sudden is like, you know what? We're going to turn you into a 3-down linebacker. And he excelled. He was good in coverage. He played fantastic. He was one of the top rated, I think he was like the 7th or 8th rated linebacker when it comes to PFF in the league. So Cashman not only coming home to Minnesota where he's from, but coming home on a high note.
Very high note.
Football player.
106 tackles last year combined, 9 tackles for a loss.
Van Ginkel will get that in 3 games next year.
2 sacks. The Vikings defense got better today. Yes, you're losing Daniel Hunter, who actually still shockingly does not have a team yet. But these are 3 high talented players in really elevating this defense, giving Brian Flores some weapons, some talent there where he did not have it last year.
I'm curious in the comments. We're still going to talk about, obviously.
Holy shit, Viking funeral.
Damn, Viking funeral. Greatly appreciated, sir. Viking funeral, our main man. Love it. Love it. Thank you. What a great start. Hate missing on Wilkins, but for that money, it's a lot easier. Yeah, I mean, holy crap. When I saw Wilkins was gone, I got a little sad in my parts, but then all of a sudden I saw his contract. I'm like, that's okay. That is A-okay because that's crazy. The Raiders will do Raiders things, and Wilkins will go there and probably be fantastic, but that's just silly.
And yes, Harms, I do think Cashman coming here means Hicks is gone. He's going to have that Hicks role. So yes, he's definitely gone.
Hicksy's gone. Yeah, Christian Wilkins is gone. We're going to talk about some targets that are off the board as well. But did I see that Marcus Davenport really get signed by the Lions?
Signed by the Lions, reunited with Dan Campbell and Aaron Glenn. So maybe they can motivate him.
Reunited with.
I don't get it at all.
Lord Duncan gifting away some memberships. Well done, sir.
I've already tweeted at Micro Mike, being like, congratulations on this guy who doesn't like to play football. Is now on your team. But how the hell is Marcus Davenport signed before Daniel Hunter?
It couldn't have been for much. It had to have been damn near for free. Does he get season tickets or what?
I don't know. We still got to pay him like $6.75 million.
Lord Duncan, thanks again for putting that out there. Remember, become a member this Sunday. We're giving away this John Randall signed helmet. You got to be able to do it. It's a random draw. Do it.
We'll spin that wheel. Spin it so hard.
Davenport. Just imagine watch Davenport light it up this year and just tear us a new one when we play him. Wouldn't that be hilarious? I mean, he sacks Andy Dalton.
He was good when he was on the field. He just was never on the damn field. So that's the problem with Marcus Davenport.
Yeah, good for him. Good for him.
Seriously, if I would have told you that Marcus Davenport would be signed not only on the first day of free agency, but before Daniel Hunter, what would you have said to me?
So you're a damn liar. You're damn liar. What do you think happens with Jefferson? I think Jefferson wears purple next year and gets damn near 2,000 yards, even with Sam Darnold throwing him the football.
Well, he had good numbers with Nick Mullins throwing the football. I don't think it matters who's throwing the football. Well, Josh
doesn't. I am curious. I don't think there's been a quote. I don't think there's been I'm very curious to hear Justin Jefferson's first words post Kirk Cousins. I'm sure he'll say all the right things. He doesn't seem like to be the guy yet to ruffle feathers in the media, and I'm sure he's looking forward to the next quarterback. And I think he's more looking forward to his big-ass contract that hopefully comes sooner than later.
Yeah, and we did get something from Kwesi about Kirk Cousins, saying after significant and positive dialogue.
The thing had been written for 2 months. He knew he was gone.
And everything, like, it just showed, like, they were just trying to get it out there, like, they were trying to sign him. Like, so, like, that was just really overly apparent. Like, they made an effort. So that way, I don't know, just to kind of cover their tracks, I guess. But nothing from Kirk Cousins camp yet.
I think they're so happy that Atlanta offered him such a huge contract that it's so easy just for Vikings fans to be like, all right, yep, got it. Because if it would have been like 35, the Falcons signed, everyone losing their crap.
Yeah, and I honestly think that I don't think KOC is super happy with losing Cousins, but he'll get a new young quarterback he can play with.
Well, that's his problem. We're moving on. Guys at the Viking players that haven't been signed. So he said Hunter, Hicks, Madison still out there, Reisner. Let's talk Dalton Reisner. We have not addressed anything on the offense yet. Do you think tomorrow's offense day?
Maybe tonight even. I mean, you look at guard is definitely a need we need to address, quarterback, and then also running back, which the running back market today, they were getting more money than I was expecting to see. Like DeAndre Swift with the Bears.
Did you see what the Packers paid Josh Jacobs?
Yeah.
It was like 4 years, $48 million.
Wasn't crazy. It was crazy.
I mean, I'm horrible at math, but that sounds like a lot of money.
Immediately cut Aaron Jones. What do you think? Aaron Jones, purple?
It'd be hilarious.
It would be hilarious.
I would you know what? I would actually like that quite a bit. Yes, I would.
I wouldn't hate it either. Especially you get those fun revenge games twice a year. And I mean, God, Jones looked really good against the Cowboys. I think he still got a little
left. He looked good against everybody when he got healthy. What is he, 30? I have no idea.
He's 29 or 28. I actually looked. I think he might be 28.
Well, the running back market. So when they were talking about Tony Pollard, they said the Vikings were interested on that. I mean, was it somebody else? Was it Barkley's an Eagle, right?
Yep.
So Vikings clearly are sniffing around at running back. So I think running back position is a perfect one to just take a back seat for a little while because there's so many damn good ones out there, and then just scoop somebody up. And Aaron Jones would actually be pretty sweet.
Looks like Brian Burns just got traded to the Giants.
What? For what?
They're not saying yet.
Holy shit.
I wonder if that involved them on the second round pick, maybe? Who knows?
It's got to be a first round pick.
That's a high first round pick.
Well, shit, they turned down like 8 first round picks from the Rams, didn't they?
Hey, that's all right though. That'll get Giants out of the quarterback market at 6 if they did give up 6 for him. But we'll see.
Eckler.
Oh no, a second and a fifth. It looks like
that's it. A second and a fifth.
Well, then he also signed a 5-year, $150 million.
Well, I know, but could you imagine being a Panthers fan last year when they had multiple first round, and then you get a second and a fifth?
Yeah, the GM needs to never
second and a fifth. That's like
football again.
Oof.
Yeah, so we're talking about Vikings.
Hit that like button. These guys are coming in. Boom, 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 boom.
Hit it hard. Hit it
hard, powder.
Hit that refresh finger going. Yeah, so running backs. I mean, you mentioned Eckler still there. Anybody else with a fairly big name? Derrick Henry's still out there.
Yeah, so hold on. I got a list up here. In the comments, what running back do you want to see the Vikings sign? Want to see it? Chase Young isn't signed yet. Sorry, he's not running back. Cheating.
He is not. Leonard Williams is still out there.
Get a new kicker. Kickers were going hot and heavy right out of the gate.
Right off the bat, yeah.
And made me sad. Derrick Henry's out there. Pollard's a Titan. Swift is a Bear.
Swift's a Bear.
Bears, didn't they get somebody else too? I think they did fairly well today.
They got Byard was yesterday, but there was someone else.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. So like for me, it's like Eckler, it's Aaron Jones, Derrick Henry. Yeah, it'd be fun. It'd be cool to have Derrick Henry, but I'd rather have one of those other guys. AJ Dillon is out there.
Yeah,
bring AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones.
Otherwise, you start dropping a tier and start looking at the upside. J.K. Dobbins, Clyde Edwards-Helaire types aren't going to break the bank and really be an upgrade on this team.
It's always the second wave. I mean, I'm very surprised what these running backs are getting paid, but that second wave, they're going to be peanuts.
Yeah, I was surprised at the amount these running backs are getting. Usually, there was actually a rumor going around that a lot of these running backs would get like a 1-year deal worth barely anything, and that has not been the case. These running backs are kind of getting paid right now. KJ Osborne's a Viking who has not yet found a team. We didn't mention him. We'll see where he ends up. Interesting.
Yeah, KJ Osborne. Let's talk the Reisner man, Dalton Reisner.
Yeah, I saw like 5.5 a year was the number thrown around for him. I'd bring him back for that. Because there's been some huge contracts. Hunt, he went to Carolina for a shit ton, I believe, and then the Giants, they paid quite a bit for John Runyon from the Packers.
Jesus, John Runyon got signed?
Yeah, like 16 million. I mean, it was pretty crazy.
If Dalton Reisner was only 5.5, Damian Lewis didn't get signed, did he?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Guards have been, I think guards were fairly quiet. Lloyd Cushenberry, a guy that we loved, got absolutely paid by the Titans.
Oh, I didn't see that.
So no
Cush
man coming home. Reisner, I think Reisner's my backup. My hope is Damian Lewis, which probably won't happen. But if that doesn't happen, bring old Dalton back. The name is Dalton.
Yeah, I think they'll bring him back. I think there's mutual interest there.
Mutual interest. Let's see. Other than that, Vikings. Brandon Powell.
Yeah,
the fact that he's not signed, like this just seems like he would just be like, hey, Brandon, here's 1.75 million. Just come back. Like they must be looking around at receiver.
Or they know no one else is going to look at him and they're fine waiting.
That's not polite. This
is Brandon. I think he's going to have a freaking hot market. I mean, it has to be a team that's really tuned into him to go ahead and get him. But yeah, I'm surprised it's not done. Like you said, it's not going to cost a lot. But
yeah, I'm actually concerned. You know what, Isaac? That's what should be the lead topic. Why is Dean Lowry still on this team?
I don't know.
Like I know we got till Wednesday.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, but Dean.
Maybe that's when you start seeing these cap creating up moves on Wednesday, cutting guys like Dean frickin' Lowry.
Dean. We gotta talk about, I saw in the comments, I forgot who it was, but we didn't even talk about our we re-signed some offensive tackles.
Oh yeah, we did.
Q-Bear's back. David freaking Quisenberry at the old age of 33 years old still wants to play football.
Yeah, that was the only question for me was, does he still want to play football? Apparently he does, and he was good. He was good as a backup. He came in, he'd hold his own. I think he played both left, right side. Love that. And Blake Brandel, apparently that's how you're supposed to pronounce that. Blake Brandel. Yeah, he's back again. I mean, he got moved into guard last year, but he could be forced out to play tackle if you're really in a bind. So this 2020 draft class is actually turned out to have a lot of damn good players in it for the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm more excited. Brandel, I'm sorry, however you want to say it. He was a restricted free agent, I believe. Q-Bear, that's the one I'm more excited about. He's probably, Oludo, he ain't coming back. No. I mean, as of now, Q-Bear is probably our backup right tackle and left tackle, and we're not done yet. But I love that he's back. What a hell of a signing! And again, I didn't see this contract, but last year he was 1.75. It can't be any different than that.
No, I'm sure it's not much. He couldn't have had a hot market at his age, but yeah, he was so good. Very happy that we brought him back. Like I said, I was just concerned he was going to retire.
Yeah, I'm going to pull up just the best.
Pulling up and not pulling out.
Well, we'll see about that. Here's the best free agent still available. So Daniil Hunter, like we talked about, number 5, he must just be. I mean, I'm sure there's quite the bidding war there, and he's just sitting back.
The rumors were the Niners want him really bad. I saw that today. Shit. Could you imagine him on the Niners? Oof.
Could you imagine us signing Arik Armstead?
I'd be fine with that.
Fine.
Why can't you say Arik?
Leonard Williams. Let's talk guys that we still want them to sign, and let's specifically talk that defensive line. So Armstead, Leonard Williams seems to be a name that's kind of floated around the Vikings. I think he was projected to get like 17 to 19 million, something like that.
Yeah, that would be fine. My boy Mike Dana still out there to be had.
He's up and comer for a long time,
just like Greenard. I think he fits the same kind of scheme as that. We need to get some help for that front line. And everybody was tied into Christian Wilkins. Someone needs to be added there. We can't just go with Harrison Phillips and a fairly high draft pick.
Well, and the other thing is if we trade up for a quarterback, I don't think they'll include that second rounder. I think they'll do a future second. They'll still need that second rounder. So a Sweat could, or a guy like that could be a guy that just comes right in. DJ Reader is out there. So luckily for us, there's still some very good defensive linemen out there. Jones from the Bills. They don't have anybody left on their team.
I saw they brought Epinesa back.
Yippee. Very exciting for them.
True.
So defense. What do you want to see the next signing? What position?
I want to see it be a 5-tech defensive end, or a nose to kick Harrison Phillips outside. But I think it needs to be D line, and one of those players that we mentioned would be absolutely fine with me.
Yeah, if it's any of those guys on the defensive line, if we get a top tier defensive lineman, which I think every one of those guys are, on top of what we did at linebacker, I mean, we can kind of just sit back and maybe fill out that depth chart. I could get greedy and say I want another veteran corner. Sean Murphy Bunting was signed today. That hurt a little bit. He was a name that could have stepped in right away. But if we got one big man, fill out that depth chart. Maybe some sort of like Christian Fulton cornerback, somebody like that.
Yeah. I feel like running back's going to happen. I think they're going to bring in somebody. I just have a gut feeling. And I'm Eckler or Jones, to me, that's where I want that to go.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones would be so damn fun.
It would be fun. Aaron Jones to come in and have a couple 100-yard games against the Packers would, I think we'd call that ideal. What are we grading? What are we grading day one? In the comments.
What do you guys think? Let's grade. Put a big old mushroom stamp grade on this day one.
Day one grade for the Vikings. Lions got Carlton Davis. Yeah, they traded for him. Like complete chaos. Things are really pretty.
Thank you.
We got an A, B plus, A minus, B plus, B plus, A minus. Yeah, if anyone.
The Swire Inn is back. Holy shit.
Swire Inn, one of the best places to stay.
Best bed and breakfasts you'll ever see.
Skull 2IA is very excited.
Yeah, sure he is.
Viking Funeral B plus plus. I'm assuming a lot of these grades probably also have to do with the fact that we didn't bring back Kirk Cousins, just a hunch.
I think so. Absolutely. Jeremy Armstrong's not super excited.
Wow, C plus. All right. Not a big fan of the linebackers. That's fine. Solid B. Grizz Peterson A plus. Lupicus, what do you grade this day one?
I'm giving it an A. I love the players we brought in. I love the talent we brought in. I love the upside that these players still have. Kirk Cousins leaving. I was ready for it, so I'm not upset about it. Yeah, it hurt. It hurt to see him go. It's gonna hurt to see him play for the Falcons, but it was time to move on. A for me.
It's really not gonna hurt me that bad. I mean, it is gonna hurt the fact he's gonna be on a very good team with a very good offense. So he's gonna put up some big numbers, and they could actually push in that horrible division. But it is what it is. It'll be fun when he comes back to Minnesota this year and we play his ass. I give it a solid A. I don't know how you can't give it anything else. I mean, they went in on some not like jaw-dropping names, but some big names when it comes to just day one starters. So this defense is going to be crazy ass different next year.
Yeah, it's we said earlier when we started this thing off, Brian Flores has to be just sitting around with a huge smile on his face, thinking how he's going to use all these guys. I mean, can you imagine like you putting Cashman, Pace, and Metellus on the field at the same time and just letting havoc wreak with those?
Yeah, I mean, when you think about like Greenard's sack total or whoever ends up, I mean, it's going to be Greenard and the Ginker. But like even when you start mixing in like Andre Carter's and these other guys that are on the team, I mean, they're going to have fun. They're going to put up some numbers. I mean, this defense is only going to get better. I mean, how did it get worse?
Exactly. I mean, you lose Neil Hunter, but you got.
Well, yeah, I mean that's big time. But like we're more solid across the board. And DJ Wanham, another guy who hasn't signed yet. I think I predicted that he would be like the first signee. And
yeah, I think he did.
It appears he might be the last. But like I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's going to be much of a difference there. I mean, you get a Greenard who is better against the run. Whatever. I just think our defense took a big step forward. And if they, like I said, if they do a defensive lineman.
You're gonna fart?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh. Wow.
No, Steve Warren, he has not signed anywhere else.
I keep checking to see if there's any breaking news.
Is everybody pretty much when it comes to the first round, Just JJ McCarthy.
I mean, unless he can get higher. I mean, there's a chance May falls. It's one of those two.
Hey, you never know. Are we on board with trading up into the top 5 to get our quarterback?
We got I'm not gonna call this breaking news, but we have a rumor: Vikings and Brandon Powell have mutual interest on return for the 28-year-old pass catcher. He's going to test the open market, though.
You know what? I don't blame him. He caught everything thrown his way this year. He deserves to be over that $2 million threshold. So maybe he just told the Vikings, you know, it's just stay easy. He's going to bring him about 15 contracts. Can you match any of these?
Yeah. You mentioned trading up, McCarthy, the only option. I mean, there is, and I saw it. I mean, there is the trading down or trading back up into the first to get Penix, but I just feel like this is just a move to go up and get your guy. This is going to be Kwesi and KOC's guy that they select, and they're going to want to pick their guy within reason.
That's why they're building this beautiful defense. That's I really wish they would get that left guard under situated, let's say. And you know what? Maybe cut our center and sign a different one, but you know, I'm getting greedy again. But they're setting this team up for somebody that's not overly great or not ready, I should say, to play quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm all for at this point, and I know we're still gonna be busy this next couple of days. I mean, Hitman, they still got to figure that out. They're still gonna make some big signings, I guarantee it. There's still a lot of things to do, but man, it's just feeling good. We gotta do a show where we compare this starting offense and defense to the starting offensive defense when KOC and Kwesi came in here, because there can't be many that are the same.
No, by the time it's all said and done, it'll be much different. Much different. I was just checking to see if anything breaking, but nothing too exciting here happening right now.
It's dinner hour. It's dinner hour. Everybody's having their Michelanas, and like you said, Kwesi's always making signings after that 9 o'clock hour.
Keep checking. If you have to get up and take a piss in the middle of the night, look at your phone, because Vikings probably signed somebody.
Doogie tweeted out, Vikings had many plans laid out for today with Burns in that mix, he was told. Once they landed Greenard, they were able to pivot away.
Wow. I think
Can you imagine a second and a fifth for Burns, though? That just seems really cheap to me.
Well, yeah, but then you got, the money on top of it too. So I think it was a good move to pivot to Greenard.
No, I love it. I love it. Love everything about it. Patrick Peterson signed in the middle of the night, probably. Well, up against anything else? I mean, we're just going to be Ginker, my tinker. Jared has some breaking news.
Ginker, my tinker.
We're going to be going live pretty much every damn night this week. And we're going to be doing crap tons of videos. So be sure to hit that sub, hit that like button.
Yeah, who knows? The mocked up might just be free agency talk tomorrow. We'll see. Get a mock draft. We'll get a mock draft in there at some point. Again, I love the way the Vikings attacked the day today. Got some nice young players on defense. I think you guys are going to be key parts of this defense and this defensive rebuild. So, again, this all points right now to moving up in round 1 for that quarterback, these moves.
So based off of the player and what we got them for, what was your favorite signing today?
The more I looked at it, I really like Greenard. I really do. Getting this edge rusher, 12.5 sacks last year. I think he's just starting to hit his potential. I think Flores can continue his growth. So I love the Greenard signing.
I'm going Cashman.
Yeah.
Cash money, baby. Just because I wanted him so bad in that draft, and he's finally arrived. Yankee, my wanky. All right, hit that sub button, hit that like. We'll be here every damn night. So be sure to tune in. We appreciate everybody hopping on.
And remember this, skunks sometimes will dance before spraying you.
It's true.